There's one thing we often miss out on as sailors traveling the world by boat. We get to see amazing beaches and dramatic coastlines and an incredible underwater world. But what's often much harder to reach is the beauty hidden further inland. In this episode, we're changing that. We'll take you on 2 island adventures on the breathtaking island of La Gomera, through oceans of flowers, waterfalls of clouds, and landscapes so red you might think you've landed on Mars. We're currently anchored in Valle Gran Rey, a bay framed by towering cliffs that glow deep red in the golden light of sunset. So let's head ashore and see what this island has in store for us. Well, exciting! We're gonna get a rental car and check out the island a little bit inland, because it seems to be an extremely beautiful island. So I think that is $100 well invested to go check it out and do some hiking and some sightseeing. Alrighty, well that was easy enough. We're going with a company that's called Seacar, and you can go around all the islands with it, like you can put it on the ferry and stuff. And it gave me an upgrade. It gave me a cabriolet. Did you know there was a Fiat 500 cabriolet? It's pretty cute. Look at this. Oh, that is clean. Luckily, we bring like a little cover thing for the dogs because this car is clean. Well, here's a funny little thing. We have a full insurance. The only thing that's not covered is the tires. I don't know if you watched the episode where we were doing a road trip on Ibiza.
Fahr nicht so schnell mit den Schlaglöchern, ey. Wir haben keine Reifenversicherung.
And there was a thing about the tire insurance. Well, we don't have one. But we don't need one. We don't need one. But we've got a cute little car. Look at this. It's so cute. And it's red. We didn't really have any time to prepare this road trip, so we're winging it. I think for the day, we have 4 days with the car, so I think the first day we're going to use for maybe just cruising around the island and see what there is and what we might want to look at.
And the second day we're using it for off-road adventures?
He said something about not being allowed to go off-road because of the tire insurance.
So do you want to see anything at the playa or shall I go back?
I think you should go back. I think we have seen plenty of playas on our journey. I'm psyched to go up and inland. There is some cloud forest on the island. There's some basalt formations. There is a lot of lookout points. I asked the guy at the car rental if he can recommend anything, and he was like, he didn't even know where things were. So we're on our own. Maybe we ask Google. Oh, it's so pretty. If you're like us and travel on a fairly limited budget, then you know how special it feels to rent a car and explore inland. On La Gomera, that means climbing up the steep outer slopes of this ancient volcanic island, winding through endless serpentines and dipping in and out of tunnels carved into the ridges. As we gain altitude, the temperature drops and the landscape transforms. We suddenly find ourselves surrounded by the island's famous Laurisilva cloud forest, a humid green world sustained by the moisture of the passing trade wind clouds. Today, we're heading to Mirador de Abrante, a place known for its striking deep red earth, located near the town of Las Rosas in the north of the island. Turns out we somehow managed to miss a turn.
Oui.
I think it was the favorite part of the road that we got to do twice, the one with the where the turns were even crazier than on the rest of the road. Today we're not going on a super long hike, so I was looking for something shortish, where we can take a little walk, see something beautiful, and the dogs get to stretch their legs as well. So I hope it's gonna be fantastic, and we get a little break from the fantastic driving. It doesn't look like it's meant for two-directional traffic. But it obviously is. It also looks like most of the people that are going here that we've been passing by, they got the memo about, whoa, Alter!
So for all of you who like Niki to speak some German, or Alter.
Put her into a car next to Flo. Yeah, everyone else looks like they're wearing the proper clothing
Like
for
shoes.
this. Like shoes and long pants and toques and stuff. Not short pants and dresses and flip-flops.
You have arrived.
You have arrived. The earth here glows an almost unreal shade of red, as if the landscape belonged to another planet. La Gomera's volcanoes have been silent for more than 2 million years, and in that vast stretch of time, wind, rain, and the passing trade wind clouds have slowly carved and transformed the old iron-rich lava into this steep, rusty soil. Walking here feels surreal, like stepping into a world shaped not by human hands, but by patience, time, and the quiet persistence of nature. This is really pretty colors and landscape. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob das hier richtig ist. We're not on the path. This is really pretty, but it's not right. This looks like a Löwenzahn tree. What is Löwenzahn in English?
A lion-toothed our cows.
Finally, they get to graze. I'm so happy we're out and about. We've been on the boat for the past days working away. And it's so good to be out in nature and roaming and walking and this is amazingly beautiful. Out here, the landscape can look harsh and empty at first glance. But when you slow down, you start to see the little worlds hidden in the cracks. Small, resilient plants carving out a life in the driest, rockiest ground. Tiny bursts of color and texture that you'd miss if you rushed by. I love having the time to really immerse myself in places like this, to notice the details and the quiet beauty along the path. We haven't gone inland in a while, and being surrounded by landscapes like this, wild, unexpected, alive, I'm loving every second of it. So one funny thing about our dogs, Django and Boga.
The only funny thing about the dogs.
The only funny thing about the two dogs. in some things they're very similar, and in some things they're extremely different. So one thing is camera attention. As soon as a camera comes out or a phone for taking a picture, Django is right there, on. He's like performing, sitting down, nice posture, right in the frame, wanting to be in the picture. Boga,
Ears down.
ears down, looks like you've just beaten her up, just like pointing the tail towards the camera, if even, usually just like disappearing, or doing exactly the opposite of what you want her to do. So yeah, it's Django is definitely, I think if you wanted to have like a film dog, Django would be good to train as a film dog. Boga,
Not so much.
so how did you like our first little excursion stop?
Very red.
Very red. So 1 out of out of 10, 10 is good and 0 is not very good.
That was a good 7.
Yeah, when we were like in that groove,
Yeah.
in the canyon, that was really cool, yeah. So sometimes it's good to wander off the beaten path,
Yes.
as they say. Right?
Yeah.
So you're lucky you have someone that always
Gets lost, yeah.
finds those little hidden gems, I would say. Unfortunately, our little Mars hike has led to the dogs being a little Mars color as well. So we're trying to keep the car cleanish, which is why they're now sitting with me in the front on their little blankie. Yay. After our little stop on Mars, we continued our circumnavigation of the island. We didn't get very far though, because the charming town of Agulo pulled us right in. The terrain here is dramatic, steep cliffs rising in layers and terrace fields carved into the hillsides, and the Atlantic stretching out below, with Mount Teide watching from the distance. For centuries, life here has revolved around the land. Bananas, terraces, and a self-sustaining rhythm shaped by the mountains. Agulo's cobblestone streets and whitewashed houses feel like stepping back in time. We wandered through the village and stopped to taste a local delicacy, smoked goat cheese drizzled with honey. For me, exploring local food is just as important as soaking in the beauty of the landscape. You have to explore a place with all your senses to get a real taste of it. We've made it about halfway around the island now, continuing clockwise. Road trips have this special vibe, watching the landscape unfold as you go. Quite the contrast in speed to our usual 5-knot travel speed on the boat. Our little Fiat 500 convertible makes it feel like we're right inside the scenery itself though. Behind every corner, there's another incredible view, and we're blessed with blue skies and sunshine. It's one of those days where everything just feels light and easy. We stop at a few impressive lookouts along the way, but it feels like La Gomera has saved the best for last. We step out of the car and straight into what looks like a waterfall of clouds. White magic rolls over the landscape like a giant wave, covering and uncovering the mountain faces in slow motion. I feel tears fill my eyes, and I can't take my eyes off for a long time. It's one of the most spectacular nature moments I've witnessed. Flo finds a small trail disappearing into the mist, and we decide we have to come back tomorrow to explore this place even more. The next morning we set out on another hike, starting near the lookout point we discovered yesterday. At roughly 1,300 meters of altitude, we begin a looping trail on the south side of the island. And it doesn't take long to realize that this hike has two unforgettable features. First, the sheer drama of the landscape. Wide sweeping vistas where once again we can spot Mount Teide rising in the distance like a quiet giant. And second, the wildflowers. Oceans of them, every color and shape you can imagine, with bees buzzing lazily between blossoms and butterflies dancing from flower to flower. It's the kind of scenery that makes you wish you could paint just to capture even a fraction of this beauty. We're super lucky because we have beautiful views and it's very clear, which is not always the case, and we can look straight at the Teide volcano on Tenerife, and it's stunningly clear. There's flowers everywhere and butterflies and the birds are chirping. Those are some pretty enormous thistles. They're like taller than I am. Have you ever seen such high thistles? You have? I haven't. Hiring a car was a little outside our budget this month, but we're so glad we took the leap. It would have been such a shame to miss out on the inland beauty of this incredible island. Let us know in the comments, do you set aside a budget for inland travel when you're out on your sailing adventures, or do you usually stick to what the shoreline has to offer? We're soaking up the last views from this hike before it's time to set sail again, and this time toward the next island of the Canaries, El Hierro. But more about that next time.